Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. Shalom, and much more. I, I can speak a little or more, 8 languages. And today is it Friday, and it's the last day in June, and I have paid my bills for June. And it is 1 week since I was become sick and was going with the ambulance to the hospital. And now I have been in my home, back in my home for 3 days. And the illness, the disease, it's going back slowly, but I have very much pain in my leg, but I don't eat pills for pain. It's the pills for pain, I use it. It's in the morning to get circulation in my body, but not more than in the morning, because I don't drink coffee. If I drink coffee, for me the coffee is slowing down. It makes me sleepy, so doesn't work in my body. Or else for other people is it the circulation starts with coffee. I have never liked coffee, and I have not liked chocolate either. I can drink tea sometimes. It's going slowly forward to be healed, and I hope the antibiotic I got will work before it is ending of my pills I take. And today I'm going to drive to the grocery store to buy, like I always do for Friday and Saturday, something nice to eat. But this morning I check out my blood sugar, and I had almost close to 19 in my blood sugar, and that is very much when I have not been up and eating anything, and in the night last I eat was I eat about 10 o'clock in the evenings before going to bed, a little something, so I am not that my stomach is screaming for food, only a little to slow it down. So it is going worse and worse, and it is my pancreas. So it was yesterday, or yeah, I think it was yesterday. I got the mail from the doctor that they are going to check it out in the hospital, because they can't get the blood sugar to go down to be normal, and that is because of the pancreas. My pancreas is on its way to stop now to give insulin to my body. So I hope it's going fast, this mail the hospital have got, so I can get help. And then I don't be happy in that way that when they got the mail, and I told you that before, that the doctor at the hospital can change everything and say that they can't help me more than to give me insulin and nothing else. I hope and I wait for the hospital to give me a new pancreas. And a professor in this, he told me that they don't take out my bad pancreas. They lay a new, fresh pancreas over my dead pancreas. So I'm not worried about the surgery, if I get the surgery, because that's a nice way to die, in the surgery, and I only go over to the other side, and I know what it is. I have told you what it is in afterlife, and it's not scary. The angels coming and help us in afterlife. You that have a diagnosis that you will pass away, that you are going to go to the other side soon. You should know that those angels are their host in heaven. They are standing there in the end of the tunnel. It's not only Jesus that is standing there. The whole heaven welcome you there. And they are with you the whole time. No matter what you have done in your life, they are there with you until you go to the heavenly court. And it's very few, extremely few people that go to hell. They try the best they can do to make you come into heaven and stay in heaven. So you don't need to be worried about what will come. They will take care of you. You will meet your ancestors, those that have going before you. They are going to be there if they have been established, that they have got through the court and is allowed to stay in heaven and welcome you. It's not those people that is playing like children in the meadow. It's those that could enter into at least the golden city, and they are very strong angels. And I am not sure, but I believe that you have at least one strong angel from your ancestors that is coming through and come and meet you when you are going into heaven. They, you know that there is no time in heaven. So that strong angel can be someone in your family tree that is for 400 years ago. It can be very far deep, but always some. I believe that everyone have one strong angel in their family tree that will come step forward and help you in heaven. So don't be worried. It's a special traveling, but it is not going to be in fear. The fear that you can have is because you have been bad here in this world. And the fear is because the fear of yourself, that you have not that you think that you have not been good enough to enter into heaven. But everyone is going into heaven. Not one is left behind. Everyone going into heaven and then go to the heavenly court. And very few is kicked out from heaven. Very few. You must be extremely bad person. Not even Hitler you can maybe meet Hitler in heaven, because it's depend on what they react of to see themselves in this world, how they have lived their life. And Hitler, for example, he see all of those people that died in the camp because of his decision. But it's not about what he was doing here in this world. It's what he react in heaven, in the heavenly court. If he fall down on his knees and ask the heavenly court to forgive him for what he have done, then he is okay. Then he can stay in heaven. It's not about the earthly life. It's what he doing after he realize, if they realize how bad they have been in the world when they live on this planet. So you need to understand these things. That is, of course, most people will come to the meadow and be like children and not remember anything what they have done on earth. And those children in the meadow is children of everyone in heaven. They don't have any special family. They don't know. They don't know what their family was when they live here on earth. They don't know it. And it's a relief for many, because then they also don't know what they did, those bad things they did on earth. They are free from it. So in that way is it very good. And then it's people that come into the city inside the walls around the city, and then it's some few that about the same amount of people that go to hell those amount of people will be in the throne room of God about the same thing. It's not many in the throne room of God because they can't have all those people in there. But those that is in the golden city, they are those that work between afterlife and what we get help from afterlife now here today. They do the work that is in the city. Those are in the throne room are those that handle the most important things, and they don't go out in action, but they can tell those that go out in action to do things. And because those that do action here on earth to help us, to help the world, is those they can't do any decision of themselves. They always have to go through the throne room. That's where they make the decision. But those that is in the city is also those that have this action to do things here on earth. And it's the same for us that is on earth. We need to go through God to could talk to those in the afterlife that is in the city, inside the city, the golden city. We can't go. It's like I have seen this visible wall around the golden city, but that wall is in reality God, that you can't enter in there if you not be accepted of God to do it. You can't talk to them inside the city if you have not asked God of permission to do it. So it's a hierarchy in heaven. No matter what those preachers are saying in all kind of religions, there is a hierarchy in heaven, or else it should be like here in the world, on earth here today, that is crowded and it is a mess. It's some are sitting on their throne here on earth, and suddenly they be killed, and then come someone else, and these things that can't be in heaven. In heaven is it hierarchy, and it's a stable. It doesn't move. It's what it is. The hierarchy is set and done forever. It's not like here on earth. So it was not what I was thinking I should talk about, but it is many spirit that touch me just now, and they wanted you to hear this, because they are telling me that you are laying in a bed in a hospital and listen, and they want to tell you that you should not have any fear. You're going to be taken care of, no matter what you have done in your life. When you enter into heaven, they will standing in the end of the tunnel and welcome you. So you should look at the end of the tunnel. Never ever look on the side of the tunnel, no matter what is saying from the sides, because that's when the devil can take you. You must focus on the end of the tunnel, because it's where they are waiting for you, all the angels in heaven. And then one special angel is coming through that have with your bloodline to do. Your DNA is coming forward to, and you should know that that angel is belong to your DNA, your bloodline. So that's what they wanted me to talk about now. Now I'm going to start what I was thinking I should tell you. It was yesterday. I was out in the evening when it was not so warm outside, because it's dangerous to be in the sunshine when have inflammation in the body. And I drive around and I love the silence. It was in the evening. It was about 9 o'clock in the evening. And then I come home. My neighbors, my closest neighbors, was outside in their garden. And I come to talk to the man in that house. And he suddenly started to talk about psychology. He knew that I have PhD in psychology, and he was talking about those that. Now I have forgot the word. I have to think a little. I think it is the spirit that touched me so much that make me not could focus on that word. It is, I ask him, do you talking about Hitler and Nazist? No, he said, I talking about Nazism, the disease. He say, what it is? What is it? He asked me. And he say that it's so many nowadays that have Nazism and narcissistic mental diseases. And he say, what is it? What is it? Why is it so many today that have it? And everyone is talking about it. He's a young man. He's about, I don't think he is over 30. He's in his 20s. And I told him that this narcissism is that they are unsure about themselves. They have a mess inside them. I told him. I maybe not told him in that way I tell you now, in the steps. I don't. It was his question that made me tell him the answers in not a in a disorder way, but I try to do that in steps here when I talk to you, and I say that is a mess inside them. Not only it's in the brain. It is the flowing of blood, the energy in the brain that have miscommunication. It's have not been really growing together as a baby, because he asked me if it was about how you educate your child, and that I can answer of my own, as I have. My son is very bad in this, and I tell you that I have not done bad things to him. I have always been kind to my children. I have never spanked them. I have tried to explain for them why I don't like what they are doing or saying. And so it is because I told him later on, my neighbor, that my son, I could tell this day will be a bad day, because I saw he was white in his face when he wake up. He was and very long in his face. So I knew already from the start when he wake up that this day will not be a good day. And it's not that I act on it. I only saw it and was like every mornings. So I didn't do anything to cause it. It was already there, that the blood was not flowing inside his brain and out in his body. And that's why it's going so white. So you know that. It's not an accident why your child is waking up and it's very white in his or her face and the whole. It's hard to see the body how it is, but the face look like very pale and very away from what's going on around this person. So it's very bad that I get to know how people are thinking that have no education about mental diseases. So they think that the parents have done something bad to the children. But it can be that one or both parents have this narcissism in them, and then they teach their children to be the same. That's why the narcissism have growing so much, because it's not about two parents that is narcissism, that if they can hold into their children and no one do anything to help those children when they are born, when they are small, under 3 years old, then it's too late. after 3 years about to help the children, and they become the Nazis also, even if they have not inside them from the start. It's be poison into their brain to become maybe not a Nazism, but to manipulate everything around them and what they're saying to people. They need not to be Nazis, but they're going to manipulate the whole world for their own, for what they want. And then my neighbor was saying to me that first in the beginning, when I explained for him, he said that he feels sorry for these people. And I say that's the last thing you should do, because that's what they want. They want from you to feel sorry for them. And when you feel sorry for them, you are trapped into their net. You are the one that the spider can come and go wave, do net around it to not kill and eat it, but to hold it there in the net. That's when you feel sorry for them. And then they have you. And I say the one thing you should do with, if you find people that are narcissists, you should run away so far you can run from them. You should never have them as friends. And not even only because you feel sorry for them. That means that you are controlled of them. You should not have any contact with them. And that's what I needed to do with my son. I try and work hard to help my grandkids when they were small. But today I know they are the same as their parents. And my daughter, she is telling me that she have contact with her brother because she is in their network. She is in the net. So she is controlled in that way that she don't understand what's wrong. She only see that they are different. She is telling me, my daughter, that the whole family, my son have his 2 children, and the children was not should not be inside the home of their mothers, because she is even worse than my son, because she can kill to get attention, and people should feel sorry for her. So she can kill my grandkids. But she manipulate my son and to let her have the children in her home without anyone see it, and help the children if it's happened something. And I need to let it go when I didn't get help from the police or the social service, all this that hold about the children. And I was hoping that Sweden got, I think it was last year, they got this United Nations proclaim that about children, how they should live. And it's one of is to have connection with their what they coming from. That means my grandkids should have connection with me. Even if my son is saying something wrong about me, and the social service should keep the children in a room with me, and then they protecting their children from me, but I could meet my grandkids, but they don't do it. It's the whole society about me is about that I am mental sick, and that's why I have this plan to maybe travel to and move to United States and claim this about that the whole society is saying I'm mental sick, and especially because I know God exists and life exists, and they don't accept it. They say it's a mental disease to believe in God. So that I know now, when the devil couldn't kill me, he make this, that the whole society are thinking I am mental sick. That's what the devil is, her last weapon could kill me. So it's very close now. So if I don't get help from the hospital, I need to take me to a place where I can get help, both in treatment of my body and to be safe from to have this diagnosis. It's not a real diagnosis, it's what they write in my papers. They have never diagnosed me of any mental sickness, and they can't. And they ask me in the hospital now if I had any pills that I take for mental disease. They try many times to make me say that I take, but I have never taken any pills for mental sickness because I have never been a diagnosis. So my neighbor, he got this aha experience of what I was saying. He started to understand how those people that tried to take him in to be controlled be controlled of these narcissism people. He started to understand, and I took him away from the net, so he going free because he come to know the truth. And every weakness you showing and you telling those narcissism people, that they take for their advance, and they playing on it to make you be in the net and be controlled over them, controlled of them. And they they are very, very good to analyze you. They in the beginning, when you start to be friend with them, they asking you question that you don't. I know, I have been the same, that you don't realize that they analyze you by asking you questions. So if you want to know who is narcissist in your friendship with people, you can go back and look at the questions they have asked you about and what you spontaneous have said to them. And you should write it down in a paper. Those notes is so very extremely good as a tool for you to analyze those friends you have. If they are narcissists, they are false friends. They are not there for you. They are for themselves to be there, because they want, like a spider, to web you inside so you can't run away. And then one day when they need to get energy from you, they go and suck out everything in your body, everything. You be dead, spiritual dead, inside dead. You live, but they are going to take out all the energy, and then you have no power, no energy to could run away. So you need to run away very early in this, before they have put you into this net to hold you there fresh, to could eat you up when they need to have energy from you. And if you run away, they find very quick a new one to place in the net, but also that they can follow you and poison all people that you have around you, to make think that it's you that is mental sick, it's you that is wrong on in, that it's you that they need to fear. They turn everything around and put it on you that is negative. And people believe them because they are turning to those people that is already in the net, that they have been manipulated of this narcissist person. So it's not only that you lose that false narcissist person, you need to cut off all those people that you have knew that is in the net. If they haven't could cut out themselves and run away, those people that have been your friends is now poison friends. They are more into to be dominated of the narcissism person than to help you. They will not do it. They will do it if the narcissist person is telling them to help you of some reason that is not for your well-being is for them that is in the network well-being. So I can talk very much about this subject, but this is some few things I was talking to my neighbors about, and he understood everything because he know that I am not mental sick, so he listen and take it in, and so I am this. I am not in the net of narcissism, but I am in this I hate you narcissism attacks. I am in the attacks because I have run away from the net. The net that was my son's net. You should know how he looked like when he have no children. He would try to hide. Sometimes I saw him in the city when I lived. He lived in this city where I live before, and sometimes I could see him in the streets, and he walking like only black person. Everything was black on him, and he tried to hide for everyone. So sometimes I say, "Hello, my son," and he didn't like that I saw him. He tried to hide. He was not like a son, a real son that is coming forward and, "Hey, mother," and hug me. I tried to hug him. I have hugged him many times, but he is like to hug a stone. He is not soft in his body. He is scared person, and that's, you should know that they are scared. Narcissist people, they are scared because they have a chaos inside themselves, and that's what they have to place it. That's what my neighbor asked me about, how they come to be like that, narcissism, outgoing to other people, how they can have friends. But it's because they live your life. They don't have any life because they have a chaos inside them. So they have to place that chaos out to other people in a way that they think that they can clean up the chaos inside them by placing chaos into other people. But it doesn't work like that. It's their mental disease that making them thinking like that. And then my neighbors say also that, oh, they look very loving to their children. I say that the loving for their children is technical, that they have the control over their kids. They are showing a picture of to other people. They know how to look like a happy family. They know that. They are not stupid. My son is very, very smart, and he knows what he's doing to manipulate people around him, and they look like that because it's technical. They know what to do with their children. They have no emotional love for their children. It's their way to showing Love is that they have the control over their children. They can manipulate their children, and they have done that, manipulate their children to be what they want them to be. And in that way, they look happy because they have the control over their children. It has nothing with love, emotional to do. It's about technical advance and control over the children. So don't be fooled about that they may be technical, hug and kiss their children, and my son is saying the whole time, I love you, he say to his children. But that means that I love you because I can control you. That's why I love you. You are manipulated on me. You are in the center of the network. So be very careful to very fast take any decision, what you see with your eyes and what you hear with your ears. Step back a little and think about what they are doing and saying. And then you maybe see those narcissist people. So I'm sure that I'm coming back with more about narcissism because it's a big subject and it's a reality in our life today, what we have around us and what we have maybe inside the family to deal with. So God bless you and thank you for listening.